Welcome, community. My name's Paul Mills from Raptoreum Core. To my left, we have David Owen Morris, who's very close to the camera. He is also from Raptoreum Core. My bottom left, we have the Cryptosmith, Jesse Lambert. Nice to see the Smith. You got to point the other way because it's on my screen. That way. That's it. And underneath me, we have Hunter Schultz, who is now the Strategic Director of Raptoreum, which is a very swanky title. How is everybody?
Terrific.
Very good.
Not bad.
Ever the optimist.
That's positive compared to what we usually get from you, David.
Yeah. Can't complain. Not too much.
Yeah. If you are watching the stream right now, we usually do a bit of rain after the stream ends. That's in the stream party chat. And yeah, so make sure you're in the stream party chat at the Discord. Link is at the top right of the stream if you want to go there, and then you'll see the channel for the stream party chat. David, do you want to start this stream off?
What's been going on in the last couple of weeks? We've still got talks well underway to get ready to open basically an EdTech branch of RTM, where instead of looking at IP protection, like what we're doing now, IP protection, copyright, traceability, etc., we're going to be looking at specific educational use cases. This is with one of the partners we've been working together with for quite some time to get ready for. It's going to be interesting to see where that goes, particularly in Africa. We've been promised rather significant amount of African universities being willing to cooperate with us on this, and that could be quite an in-pipe of new users in the long run. What else is going on? Code has been a bit slow this week, but progress is being made towards the signed builds and a switch to remove the miner from Mainnet wallets and getting Mac builds compatible with the latest Mac OS. Apart from that, the big news the last few days has to be the 1.5 billion ByBit hack. It was sad and disgusting to watch Ben from ByBit being out and gaslighting everybody about what they were using and what it was. A cold wallet is, by its very definition, cold, meaning it's never online. He, both in the live stream and on X, referred to the wallet they had hacked as a cold wallet. It's not. Safe on EVM chains. Safe is sort of a branded multi-sig wallet, is by definition not a cold wallet. It's a multi-sig wallet. It takes 4 people who are online in order. Like, for example, Hunter signs the transaction first, then Smith signs it, then Paul signs it, then I sign it, before the transaction can be broadcast to the network. That's not cold. That's very much online, meaning you could target one of the 4 of us and you could basically get in and alter what's going on. Or you could target all of the 4 of us and get in and alter what's going on. With an actual cold wallet, that's impossible, because it's never online. Transactions are signed offline, meaning a wallet. The way that works is, for example, let's say Hunter creates a transaction. He sends it to me. I take that transaction, put it onto a USB stick, move it to my offline machine, sign it on my offline machine, copy it back to the USB stick, take the USB stick, go back to a machine actually on the internet, and then broadcast it from there. That's how actual cold wallets work. It it's quite frankly sloppy of them that they've been out and done something like this. I don't understand why they'd be gaslighting people, calling it a cold wallet when it's not. But apparently they've got enough money that 1.5 billion doesn't really matter.
They've put a bounty out as well, haven't they? 200 million?
Some collected one bounty.
Really? Oh, I didn't know that.
I read that,
Yeah.
Well, who knows if it's true? I read it on the internet.
Okay. Well, there we go.
Identification of the hackers, but that was not that large a bounty. That was, I believe, either 30K or 300K. I can't remember.
Yeah. Anything else, David?
Nah, not really. I believe that's mostly it for me.
All right.
For now.
Okay, work has continued on the website in regards to replenishing it to compete with other chains, layouts, and some of that will go live at the end of next week. So I'm looking forward to that. I will be in Amsterdam from Tuesday until Friday late evening. So, you know what Amsterdam's like. It should be interesting. Something to mention as well. Is on the 26th. It will be our 4-year Mainnet anniversary, birthday, I suppose. So that'll be while I'm away. So we are talking in the background on what we're going to do on the 26th. It might be a rain marathon like we usually do, or it could be, a bit of a special trivia or something like that, or a bit of both, really. We will have to wait and see what we decide, but you'll see the results of that on social media when it gets posted in the next day, probably. Also, it's nice to see Alejandro Molina with his blog posts on the on our blog site, so make sure you go and check them out. That's blog.raptoreum.com. He had a bit of a break from doing that, but now he's back on it every single week, so that's pretty awesome stuff. In regards to Mine and Hunter's Raptor ChainReaction videos, we did record a video, I think it was beginning of this week, but the recording didn't actually go down well because we was having Discord issues with switching windows and stuff like that, and it basically froze the video on the recording. So, and then we were supposed to record one yesterday, but my family had stomach bugs, including myself, and today I've only just started feeling better, so that's why we couldn't record one yesterday, but we will be doing one very, very soon. But yeah, I wasn't actually going to stream today, but during this afternoon I started to feel a little bit better, so I thought, why not do a stream? You know what I mean? Another thing as well, in regards to what me and Hunter are doing is, don't forget you can support us on our mission to be a top chain by, watching our videos, sharing our videos with friends and family, subscribing to this channel. That's free to do, or you could become a member, like a paid member, and there's like 4 different tiers that you can choose from. I just want to reiterate, we are a bootstrap chain. We're not rich. We haven't got masses of funding, but and like we all have daytime jobs as well as doing all of this as well. But we do it because we like what we do. We like creating new things and innovating in the space and building things that people don't really expect is possible. And this is why we're all here, and this is why we're here still now after all this time on this 4-year birthday of the project from Mainnet. And we've seen chains come and go, many chains come and go over this time, and we're still chugging away, be it slow, be it fast at different things, but we are still here and we are still building. And it really surely that's testament. It really shows that we are dedicated to building this project in the right way that we believe it should be. Because it is a community project, you are all invited to help us along this journey, and there's many ways that you can help us. So if you want to reach out to any of the administrators and get in touch with myself or Hunter, we can point you in the right direction on what we need help with, and then we can move forward together. Hunter?
Hi there.
Hello.
Oh, there. I had a good week. It was a very good week. I was very happy with the outreach activities that we did. We had our Carney ad go out, and that went to the brand managers. We're going to continue to do that. We're going to miss a week because of the little oopsie daisy that Paul had. And so anyway, the networking that I was doing within the IP community was to introduce Raptoreum to a variety of different people in that space. And in fact, one of them was to a government office, which it was probably the best call I've had so far. It was a guy who I just happened to call, and the right number, and I got someone who understood blockchain, and he couldn't believe what he heard. That reinforced and reaffirmed a lot of the things that we've been talking about, and we're going to continue that. We've already started in on providing more information into that particular office, and also within the greater community and networking within the IP community. I've been searching for who amongst creators, whether it's an inventor or an artist or whatever, who would be most likely to use the service, meaning Raptoreum assets, if you will, sooner rather than later. And we're now refining how we're going to reach those. So they were very helpful in the discussions that I had, who would be a likely candidate to use it more so than others. We already know there are low-hanging fruit, but within those, you got to reach them. It's one thing to have the ability to provide the service. It's another thing to actually market it. So that's been a big part of the last 4 or 5 days that I've been working on. And we're making some good progress there. So I hope in the next 2-3 weeks, we'll have more to report on. But I'm real pleased with what I heard. I mean, the guy on the other end of the phone was just blown away, and he's an investor in crypto. So he had never heard of things. He knew smart contracts. He knew EVM. He knew all sorts of stuff. And when he started asking the right questions, I started going, "Oh, you know blockchain. You're the perfect guy to be talking to." So yeah, that was very encouraging, and it was very affirming, if you will, to what we're doing within that space. And now it's just a question of refining the messaging, and then also where do we go to reach these within these certain low-hanging fruit communities? How we're going to go in and get them? How are we going to broadcast what we can do? So that's sort of on the cart for this week. And there you are.
There we are. Thank you very much, Hunter. Cryptosmith, Jesse Lambert, how are you? It's nice to see you on the stream.
How am I coming in? These earbuds aren't the greatest.
Yeah, they're okay. They're okay. Yeah.
Can hear you.
So let me get this straight, Paul.
Yeah.
You were climbing up a ladder and you felt something splatter?
I don't even start. I'm still not feeling the best, to be quite honest with you, and things like that.
Remind him.
Did they trigger you?
I was going to say it.
For example, just the thought of butter or margarine makes me feel really sick.
Do 5 burpees. I dare you to do 5 burpees live on stream here.
No thanks. No thanks.
Someone put up the money.
No thank you.
$2. $2.
Good to hear Alejandro's back up and running there. It's been a while since we've seen him, so it's good to hear he's doing the posts again and whatnot.
Yeah.
And things here at the Pit Knives headquarters are doing great here. Pretty excited about some of the things that are in the pipeline there. I think one of the most important things that we're focusing on is really building our infrastructure out properly so that when it's time to capitalize on the new and exciting market that Raptoreum is providing for us, that we're ready to have a good flow from beginning to end to getting these products into people's hands too. I know we have some issues really that need to be worked on, and we want to build that trust there too. That we've been working with a few of the community members as well as about some things. Some of these projects are years in the making, and it's crazy when you say 4 years. The 4-year mark is coming up. That's crazy to think about.
4 years of Mainnet, but we've actually been on it since March 2018.
Yeah, so there you go. I mean, and I've been around for the 4, but so even the 4 has just kind of flown by.
Yeah,
at a remarkable speed. But, we've done a lot to integrate, Raptoreum into the shop, right from even some of the tools that we've brought in specifically to really handle a lot of things. But anyways, what do we have coming up next week? We have been working on and trying to get a video in that different new format for a couple weeks now. Some illnesses and some travel plans have kind of messed with that, but for the most part, we have something pretty good figured out. And next week, I think we're going to drop that proverbial, I don't know if I should say the 4-letter word on YouTube or not, but the proverbial blank shell. And we want to really going to have something that's served up nicely, but allows for interactivity with the community as we all get to see it together. So we got all the editing done, and we're just basically going to put a nice bow on it for next week.
Exciting stuff. Anything else, Smith?
I feel like I should drop just a little teaser. What do you think?
Where are you going to drop it?
Well, I'm just going to put it here, but I got to hide it because I know Fudd's going to screenshot
it. All right, yeah, you'll have to share your screen though if you do it. Oh, are you just going to turn it around?
No, I'll just go get the thing.
All right, okay. Hey, Smith, if you do, mute the music.
Oh no, I'm showing you the actual item.
Oh, right, okay.
Little corner there.
Oh. Wow.
Oh, wrong side.
Oh, the logo. I'm providing sound effects from the audience.
Is that enough of a tease?
I think it's a bit too much, really. AI could finish that knife off from that corner that you just showed.
No, they couldn't. Okay. I do have something. I do have breaking news to tell you. And Paul, I actually tried calling you right away, but I think you're having time with the family.
Yeah, Netflix time, I think.
Or he's on the toilet, one of the two.
Well, this was before that when he called.
Yeah. You got to give me a minute here because this is hard. This is hard for me. Okay, so I'm going to need you to kind of give me a second to prepare. I have officially used AI for the first time in my life. I've used it. I used it just the other day.
In art form or in like text?
Text.
Okay.
I won't go that far. I won't go that far.
Okay. And what did you actually request AI to do for you?
I told it to summarize some notes for me and bullet point them. Yeah. And it was fabulous. It was fantastic.
Yeah, of course it is.
I felt guilty how much I enjoyed it. Yeah.
You're going to use it.
Cherry.
I thought I was just so anti-AI. I can't be a fraudster. So I'm admitting it to you right here and right now. Yeah.
Oh boy. Hi, I'm Cryptosmith. I use AI.
All right, Smith.
AI-holic.
Are you?
I mean, I did some flow charts with it the other day, and it was incredible the amount of time I saved on it. Absolutely incredible.
So what?
Detailed flow charts and a software architecture diagram in under 10 minutes.
Oof. Which AI?
That was using DeepSeek and something called Mermaid.live.
What got me to do it was I was working with a couple business people, and she, unbeknownst to me, during our meeting, she had her dictation on her computer, and she took that whole dictation. A lot of words were misspelt because they were just phonetic spelling, and she plunked it into, I think it was ChatGPT, and told ChatGPT make meeting notes with bullet points in respect to important people whom to contact and all this. I mean, in like 3 minutes, it summarized 18,000 words into a 3-page summarized meeting with proper contact information. It fixed the spelling of people's names. It was just crazy. It was crazy. So
Yeah.
I went home and tried it.
I don't know where me and Hunter would be if we didn't have AI at the moment.
Yeah, we'd be back in September. It's brilliant for brainstorming and connecting dots, and then seeing the unknown. What am I missing? That's an interesting question to ask. What am I missing?
Yeah, but just let me be clear. I will never get AI to design a nice.
Well, you don't need it. You're talented. just saying the obvious. Captain Obvious reporting for duty. Yeah, you don't need it.
All right.
Careful now. Start looking like this from now on.
All right, we're going to check the comments on the YouTube, see what people have been saying.
Guys, I've got to go and get the kids to school.
No problem, David.
How do the kids?
Yeah. Cheers, guys.
Catch you later, brother.
Yeah. Bye.
Okay. Dinex asking which... Sorry, what are you saying?
I was just saying, I feel like we should do a choir one time with David as the booze.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, sorry. Dinex, go ahead.
I mean, we've already heard you sing your trivia thing. What am I eating, or whatever it is, or what am I eating? That's it. That's a classic. Dinex asking which country in Africa? I think that's to David. So David's gone now.
If I recall correctly, he was doing some things in Kenya.
Kenya. Yeah.
I think. Don't hold me to that, but I wouldn't surprise me if it was Kenya.
To be honest with you, there's it's in regards to the EdTech stuff that we're doing. It's not one particular country. It's several that we're targeting through our partners. So when it happens, we'll be able to divulge the information. Ryan says this man looks like he's dying. Is this David or one of us? M&A says we're all dying.
We all live on borrowed time.
The next saying Lazarus did it according to Zach. Yeah, that's what I heard as well in regards to the hack, the ByBit hack. The next saying more for the engagers and not special trivia because Todd will get it all. Well, maybe we could get Todd to run it. Then he won't, will he? Todd, if you're watching. Yeah, rain could be for that special day. We'll have to see. We're talking about it in the background about what we should do. Alejandro did a great job with that blog post at M&A says. Yep, he is good with that stuff.
Excellent work.
Another thing people can do to support the project is buy the heavily discounted RTM and locked away on a node hosting service. M&A said again. Not financial advice, only M&A's advice. Anyone know anything about the Arthera bridge? Whatever happened to that? If you actually go and check over to their community, they had some major issues with staff and arguments behind closed doors. So I really don't know what's going on with that. But if anything, I'm glad that there's not a bridge at the moment due to all the stuff that's going on in the background over there. But they had a lot going for them, and they raised a lot of money, and then I think some people in the background wanted to take the project over. They created a new community, and then in one way or another, they got exposed or something. I mean, this is crypto. These things happen. There's a lot of backstabbing going on, it seems, over there. But, you know, I don't know. It's still trading, not very much. So we'll just have to see what happens over there. But, you know, the bridge code is still there. We've still got the devs ready to implement it, and we're also talking about putting this bridge code onto a different chain at the moment. But like I say, the code is there. The same devs are involved in all of that. Hunter, any updates from MJ?
Yes, he's working on the portal, and he's, from what I've seen, we just went through it 2 days ago, or yesterday, sorry, and pointed out some things that need to be added, some check boxes and stuff, but minor. And then he's working on the user interface, ease of use, and being able to move things around. And we're also making a decision on just how far to take the version 1. This is what's going to be introduced as version 1. That we're already looking at version 2. So we're trying to figure out what's the best way to get it online as soon as possible with the quality that we need. So, but he's doing well.
Beyond the Visible is saying Raptoreum, a very interesting project. Thank you very much, brother. One thing I will note to you all is there seems to be an uptick in development, not from us, but from community members that we didn't even expect. Things are being built on chain. It's very interesting to see some of these projects being built. So it's really exciting that, you know, people have got confidence in the way the project is going in terms of our development, for them to actually build their own ecosystems on top of the rails that we've laid down. So exciting stuff, and I'm sure you'll get to see some of that real soon. Guys, if you've got any more questions for us, please put them into the stream party chat at the Discord. If you're not already there, the link is at the top right of the stream. That is discord.gg/Raptoreum. And we'll be here for another couple of minutes to answer any more questions. And then we'll say our goodbyes.
So I got to say something. I'm experiencing a little bit of camera envy here, Hunter.
Why is that?
I don't know. You got a really nice camera.
What I have noticed, you've blurred the background.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Is that a nice?
Yeah.
Is that nice?
No, it was blurred for my day job.
Oh, was it? Oh,
So I switched backgrounds, but I forgot to use the. Here, wait a minute. I guess I can.
That's what it is. It's giving you quite the. I tried to blur mine before we started, but yeah, but you don't get a lot of those options. Hang on, maybe
That just destroyed continuity, but you know, okay.
here we go.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, sorted. Tube and Jara sent a question. Why are you guys so awesome? Me not.
I mean, obviously, hang on. That was obviously directed at me, so I'll answer this question.
Yes, absolutely. Go right ahead. Over to you.
But no, seriously, it's funny. Yes, it was today. It was this morning. I can't remember if it was yesterday or this morning, but it was this morning. And I was thinking, what next on the project list for one of these shows? And just a little teaser. I like how you guys were talking about some projects in Africa, because I wanted to pay homage to the fact that Africa was the first civilization to actually smelt down steel from iron ore. It wasn't the Japanese, it wasn't the Chinese, it wasn't the Europeans. It was actually the Africans who smelted down red, iron-rich soil into steel. So I want to make a little bit of homage to them by making modern to ancient style one of their weapons, and I think it's pretty cool. So I just wanted to bring that up, seeing how you guys were talking about the projects in Africa. How's this?
And why are you so awesome, Smith?
Oh, I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm awesome. I just try.
There we go. Smith tries. That's why he's awesome. HNS, why are you so awesome?
I don't know. I'm certainly not Maximus. I'm more like, I'm Jeff. But I love those. I'm Maximus Decimus Meridius. I'm Jeff. I love those. They're too funny. No, I'm not even going to go there.
I think it's best if we say why each other is awesome, because you can't actually say it yourself, can you? Because of the pride and all that sort of stuff. You know what I mean?
Modesty, humility.
All right, I'll go first.
All right,
I'll go first.
go on then.
Well, okay. So I'll tell you, and I'm going to be as authentic as possible here. But there's Paul. I know more Paul than Hunter, but I'll get to you too, Hunter. So I'll start with Paul. Paul, I'll tell you one right now. If Atlas had a competition for carrying the weight of the world, I say Paul would be the competition here. The amount of work this man does behind closed doors is phenomenal, and I don't think he gets nearly enough credit for it, nor does he ask for it. But yeah, I don't think Raptoreum would be anywhere near what it is today without Paul. So I will say that.
Thank you very much, brother. And what about Hunter?
And Hunter, I mean, that voice, he's got that radio voice. I tell you what, man. Like, I'm embarrassed to say when I try to get when I try to melt my wife like butter, I just kind of shut up and just play some of the clips where Hunter's talking. You know what I mean?
Oh no.
I'm just kidding. I don't do that. I don't show her the better. But no, the voice. And no, you got a good head on your shoulders, man. Like, from what I gathered, there's not much that if you don't know it, you'll figure it out. And if you can't figure it out, you'll delegate to somebody who's smarter than you. And I think that's a great quality to have, is to not want to be the smartest person in the room. And I think you have that quality.
Gracias. Thank you.
All right, well, I'll tell you why I think Smith is awesome. Smith is obviously a very talented guy. Smith is also a perfectionist. Sometimes that's a detriment, but sometimes it's of benefit. But yeah, he's very much a perfectionist. He's dedicated to, but he's forward thinking in the way that is building these items. In terms of, he's bringing the old into the new, as Smith says. He's open to merging into the Raptoreum assets. He's got a great voice on him, as you've heard. He's also got some cool ideas as well in terms of the stream and the way that we conduct things as well. So, I really enjoy talking to Smith. He's one of my friends, or refer him to as a friend, I suppose. And again, this project wouldn't be the same without Cryptosmith. Is that good enough, Smith, or do you need some more pats?
That's good. No, that's good. That's good. I refer to you as my mate as well.
Okay.
That was as good an ass kissing as I've ever heard.
In regards to Hunter, Hunter's, well, he's the strategic director. Hunter finds these things that no one else can find when the world is going to shit, and he's still pulling out these ideas out of his pocket as if it's nothing. He's very persistent, never gives up, unless it's an annoying Instagrammer or something like that. But yeah, never gives up, talks to the right people at the right times, knows what to say at the right times, even though he gets nervous about what he should say. Shouldn't be nervous. He knows what to say. And I've laughed so much that I've cried in our recordings that we do for Raptor ChainReaction, because he might look all professional and prim and proper, but he can be very idiotic as well, and that's an excellent trait to have. So,
Two idiots doing internet. Yeah, okay.
And I will say that in terms of a lot of direction that the project is going in right now, it wouldn't be going that way if Hunter wasn't with us. So in terms of everything else that I do for the project, I wouldn't be able to do what I do without Hunter working with me. So that's something to commend Hunter on.
Thank you kindly. Oh, you want me to talk about you two? Okay. Oh, hell. I can manage. Well, I'll start with crypto. And what amazes me about Jesse is something that my dad used to say, a true genius is someone who can take a very complicated subject and make it easy for an 8th grader to understand, make it very easy to comprehend. And I've always marveled at the way you talk about how metal is formed, meaning how it's smelted, and then the history behind it, and the subtleties that go into it. That's always impressed me. And it also, the creative aspect of what you come up with. And then watching how you think and how you work the metal is truly fascinating for me when I watch the stream. So on top of creativity and things that Paul's already said, it just floors me sometimes when I hear you talking about things, and I'm like, how the hell does he know that? Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that's right. He's the Cryptosmith. So, and it's also fun to see your headquarters and the kids and how you interact with them. And yeah, I'm truly impressed with the quality. I like it when you go through your shop and I see things that are on display, and man, it's very impressive. So a true pro and someone who's very intelligent and able to explain things. We're lucky to have you, as far as I'm concerned.
Thank you.
And you're welcome. And for that other guy, what? Okay, I'm going to just try and do this as without laughing.
I'm not going to look at you while you do. I'm going to go over here.
Okay. I've done that before too. Have you ever watched the blooper reels? One of the things that you may not see is what kind of mind is at work when we're doing the videos and when we're brainstorming and we're going back and forth. And he has a very keen communication mind. And that's always impressed me. And the other thing is he's able to see things within, like for instance, today I sent him something on what we're sending out this week to the IP community, and flew right by me, but bam, he picked up on it. So he's very good with details as well as the big picture. And that is kind of a rare commodity. Some people are really good at details, but boy, they fall apart when it comes to 90,000 feet. Not this guy. And I agree with you, Jesse. You know, we wouldn't be anywhere near. I mean, where we're at, we wouldn't be anywhere near it without Paul. So you can come back in now, Paul. Paul, you there?
Speaking of details, he just picked up on a detail here today that probably would have derailed something. And like you said, like I just completely didn't even think about it. And he just, so yeah.
I am.
He's a good.
I second.
He makes good team members. He makes a very good team member when you're trying to develop something and you're trying to articulate something, and it's going that back and forth, which I love. I mean, if you get into that sync, which we have, it's a lot of fun, but it's also very inspiring and it's very motivating because you want to excel and you want to find that extra little oomph. So we're very fortunate. And there you are.
Cheers, guys. Thank you very much. I don't know what to say now.
Let's end it. Let's just end it.
Thank you all thank you all for tuning in to this week's Raptoreum Weekly Update. Hope you enjoyed it. As you can see, lots going on still. We're really excited about what's being built. Hunter hasn't really told you the bigger picture of what's being built. He's reserving quite a few things, actually, which is for the better at the moment, I think.
Yeah, it has to be.
If you're not already following us on X, please do. That's at Raptoreum. We're also on Instagram and Threads. Posts are going out to Threads as well. They weren't before, but they are now. That's the same username. Please give this stream a like at the bottom and click the subscribe button with the bell to be kept up to date with any more Raptoreum videos, Cryptosmith videos, guides, or any good stuff like that. Again, I'll say, if you're not already in our Discord, the link is at the top right of the stream. Please join the Discord and show your face. If you are a developer and you're looking to build on Raptoreum, please get in touch with either myself or Hunter, and we will point you into the right place, depending on your intentions on developing. We have got a community of really intelligent people who are excited about the prospects of the wider ecosystem of this project, Raptoreum. And we are keen to put some of those pieces of puzzle together so we can get there faster. Thank you again. Cryptosmith, any final words for the community?
Don't cook bacon naked.
It's quite a sizzler, isn't it? Yes. I don't recommend doing that. Yeah, don't cook bacon naked, or actually fried eggs for that matter. Fried onions are all right. They don't spit as much, do they? Hunter, any more final words?
Well, in that regard, don't put frozen turkey into a turkey fryer.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that video.
Yeah, yes. And don't do it naked for sure.
Absolutely. Cheers, guys. We'll be back next week for another video.
Cheers.
Thank you all for tuning in. And thanks, guys, for coming on the stream. Cheers.
Thanks. Cheers.